Alright, I'm gonna attempt this. Alright, we're Iowa gold prospecting. We're gonna add this sticker to the sluice. That's right. Right there. So we're gonna sluice some cons that Mindy sucked up out of the creek last week. Thank you for all the likes, all the subscribes, and all the views. She was thrilled. So this is what she sucked up off the creek. It's more cons than I'm used to. We usually just run a little high banker. That's a lot of cons. It's going to take a minute. But we're going to run it through our sluice after we get it all kitchen size strainered. And I believe this is, and I have one of those touch me phones. Gotta continuously touch me. I think this is 40 mesh or 30 mesh. Yep, 30 mesh. Cold cube. They say this is a dry sifter, but I use it as a wet sifter. It really don't matter too much. I don't think. The only thing that I find is if you get it too tight, the sand and stuff in there kind of makes it hard to turn. But we're gonna do our kitchen size strainer and then our gold cube 30 mesh. Then we're gonna run the 30 mesh over the Dream Mat Micro, and I will pan out the bigs. Anything bigger than that. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't like to be on camera. I'm shy. I guess. Touch me, camera. Touch me. Touch me. Oh God, touch me. Or I'll shut off. Okay. Love these things. Oh my God, this thing's heavy. These cons are freaking heavy. There. And squirt. See all this? Oh my gosh. There's so much. So, we were down in a creek that a buddy of mine introduced us to. So we need to come out there and check it out. So we went out and checked it out. The Goldibox. My wife loves the Goldibox. Shout out to the Goldibox. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm going to modify the heck out of it though. Good thing about the 3D printer stuff is if you do have a 3D printer, you just make a new part. old part can be made into a new part. That's taking a lot. There we go. So this is what Mindy got out of the creek. Oh my gosh, the touch me camera. Mindy's my better half. Star of the show. That is a lot. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I got some more water here. Mindy is so much better than this at me, but I get so bored. She is at work up in Iowa. I work down in Missouri. And we kind of meet in the middle and do our thing. You'll see in there. Sorry. That's what our rocks look like in Iowa. Let me back out. No, just like that. That's the bigs. I don't think we'll have to even do the smalls. I usually just do that anyway. Okay, so we'll get rid of that water right out of one of Iowa creeks. And there's the smalls, below kitchen size tree. I usually don't even do the, just takes forever. I'm not into forever. But as we run this, I'll talk about some other things. I'll get our battery hooked up. Got it hooked up. Get us some water flow. Hope you'll be able to hear me over this motor. Oh. There we go. Clean up, buddy. The boss. Yeah. I thought about getting the smaller one. I usually have more cons than that little thing. So I just run it over this. I guess we'll need to do a couple of things here. First, we'll add some jet dry. Finish, jet dry. A little bit on there. And get all the air bubbles out with Mindy's toothbrush. Shouldn't have left it at my apartment. There you go. Alright, there we go. Yep, I'll have to see what's going on there. See if it's dancing. That's it. For themselves, they dance. I think they can dance a little more. Maybe turned up. I wonder what 5 will do. Oh, I'll do that. Sorry. That thing's loud. Okay. 12 minutes in. Oh, yeah, I think I need a little more water. Oh my gosh, look at that black sands. Second, like I said, Mindy does this so much better. And while we wait for a few seconds, got a mail call ×2. Got our flower gold wizard sluice right there. Does its job very good. And then we got our sticker, flower gold wizard, and the Rigby sticker. And we have the flower gold wizard bag and the Rigby bag. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, and this past week we won the 414 backyard prospecting. Got an old sticker from him. And our sloppy seconds, 414.25. Looks like we're doing pretty good. This takes forever. We had her video that hit like 2,600 views. I was like, holy smokes, a little short. Anyway, so I decided to do a longer video on the concentrates that she got off the dredge. Like I said, we like that little Goldibox. We're getting older. Don't want to be packing in thousands of pounds to just do a little prospecting. I think it was 8 pounds. Plus you got the weight of the pumps and the hoses. Definitely less than 80 pounds. And we split it up between the two of us, so somebody hikes in with the bucket in the other hand and battery in one, and shovel. Less is more. Less is more. And that little Goldibox dredge has a little high banker attached to it, so I haven't tested the high banker out yet. We were already down to where we needed a dredge for what we was working on, but we had used the adventure and gold prospecting high banker that you see in my other short clips of things. Definitely not a video editor, video type guy. But that's what this is, an adventure, so thought we'd share it with other people. Touch me phone. Make sure it keeps videotaping. I don't know how to edit or fast forward through this kind of stuff. This is going to be the tiny, tiny gold. I usually find more gold when I clean out my bucket. After it dries, bang it out. It gets stuck in all the where the rocks have made scours in the bucket. Tiny, but it's there. You get out there and find it. Definitely not like Gold Rush or anything. Definitely going to modify this. think it needs a something. They could have added more plastic to the back. It leaks out the back because it cracked. I mean, it's usable. A little super glue back there. But if they'd have layered that back a little deep thicker, it wouldn't have cracked across there. But just like all equipment, it's got leaks. My Flower Gold Wizard sluice does not leak. It's just really long. I think I see a little. I think I see gold. Bring me in on that. I got you over there. I'm going in on 5. Ooh, too close, too close, too close. Oh, right there. In the unicorn mane. Yeah. There you go. That is gold right there. Right there is a little piece of gold. Back in one. Oh, too far. Might be the only piece of gold, I don't know. Ooh. I hope that didn't have gold in it. I guess we'll have to repan that. And of course we'll find lead. And I've been finding metal shavings with my gold. I'm not sure if it's mercury covered gold or what. Definitely find lead. Garnets, little garnets. And rocks. Lots of rocks from way up north into Canada. brought in by the glaciers. So what it is we'll be going along in Iowa, and it's pretty flat up there. And all of a sudden there'll be hills and creeks that are deep into those that make huge ravines. And those are the channels cut through that glacial till. We are working on a creek that is buried. It starts in one place way up north in Iowa, meanders down to where we are. It disappears and then it picks back up where we're kind of digging at. Disappears again, I think. No, actually it runs off into another end of the bigger rivers. So up here we're kind of at the mercy of, you can find a farmer that'll let you hunt for rocks in his creek. I want to plan a trip to Georgia or out west. We're always so busy. Around Iowa and Missouri area. We got the gentleman prospector down here with Mama Bear. Mama Bird. And gentleman prospector. Getting down to it. But I do see little flakes here and there. I don't know what it is yet. I think I see a piece of lead already. But what we're doing in that video is we had already high banked everything down to clay, and I took some samples of the clay, broke them up, and only found like one piece in a bulk sample. So kind of determined everything was pretty much sitting on top of that clay, because there were not really any rocks in the clay. So it's like, okay, well, everything's got to be sitting on top of it. So we will find out. This is our bulk sample of if the clay layer, if it's sitting on the clay. We know it's not much in the clay because it was pretty thick clay. Okay. Getting down to the nitty gritties. The nitty gritties. Oh yeah. Here we go. Wanted to take a trip to Llano, Texas, because that's where I'm from, but I think I seen a video that they're not letting anybody, that they're closed. So I'll have to reroute on that trip. Hopefully, get out again weather. I want to get into another creek, but all the creeks are up, way up. Maybe by this weekend they drop. I know the river was up. Can't dig in the river over here. I know people that do. Okay. That's right. The glass of this. Be a little video edit that out. Alright, here's that. Oh my gosh. And that's just the pigs there, getting them drained off. Okay. I'll let that flow for a minute. Good bag there. That was a good bag. Good long bag, the Weekender. Good stuff, good stuff. Had another guy, but he had good dirt. But he's not around much anymore, so I'll have to wait on that. Mm-hmm. 34 minutes in. Mindy likes Dan Hurd and Pioneer Polly. I like Flower Gold Wizard. He taught me a lot about the area that I live in. He's north of where I live in, but we're kind of looking for the same goal. I call mine powder. He calls his flower. It's all round up crushed up during the last ice ages. I'll show you one of my rocks. I think it's a pretty rock. You can see right through that. It's crazy. Just a gray rock. It was glowing like that when I seen it on the sandbar. Only rock that size on the sandbar. Pretty striations in there. And the quartz. I believe that's quartz. Who knows? I just know to follow the rock hounds up here because they know where the rocks that I'm looking for are. You might be able to do that in your area. But you gotta keep your wife from collecting rocks. Rocks are heavy. Alright, we'll shut this down and we'll pan this out. I don't like to shut anything down without a pan under it, because it will blow it out into your tailings. And we'll pan it out together. We'll clean it up and pan it out together. Okay. Got my juice box. It sits up there. This is a little nightmare, but it comes out fairly decent. Decently. 3D print, guys, that could use work. Okay. Of course, they leak. Everything leaks. So I got a little sand up here. That's good. Turn this to the side and squirt. And that reduced that. Oh, that stripped it down to nothing. And of course, I'll check the tailings. I usually find 1 or 2 specks in the tailings. Sorry, Dream Matt. I've never done a test or anything on any of this kind of stuff, other than it catches gold. It does catch gold. How much it leaves behind, done pan tests behind these little mats and in the stream. Might find one here or there. I just figure I'll leave it for the next prospector. Can't catch it all. But we'll see what we got here. We might be surprised. Y'all seen it? You seen how much that was? Oh my gosh. My camera moved. I'm so sorry, guys. Alright, so you seen how much that was? That reduced it all down to that. I hope it didn't reduce it to no gold. We know there was a speck. Yep. We know there was a speck. So, I'll go ahead and get that all shook down. You get your camera. Oh my gosh, your camera. You guys up here. Let me pick you guys up. There we go. Oh, there we go. So let's see here. Y'all see that? Ooh, exciting. So Mindy's Dredge outing. These are the smalls. Look at all that black sand. Oh my gosh. More of that. More jet dry. Just wanting to float. Showing up right in here. This stuff is so fine and powdery. It's going to be all through this black sand. I laugh at those guys on Gold Rush. Oh, there's some flower gold there. Be pickers from where I'm at. I got one speck that's moving around over here. You see it? You definitely won't get your water that way. Move it down like that. Get your water right there. Move it down like that. Put you back in one. Move the water like that. Down like that. Move the water. Eventually. Give it a little shake. Help that bigger stuff move along. I'm watching over here to make sure when I give it a little shake I'm not shaking nothing back with the water flow. But my gold is showing up over here on the front side. Everybody has their own little technique. This is what I've learned that works for me. It might work for you. All this gray that's in there is lead. These specks right here, those are, I believe, lead. I'm no professional geologist, have not sent that in for an assay, I guess. But it shows up in just about every pan. It takes a while for this black sand. And yeah, it's magnetic. You can see these spots right here. Getting them cleaned out a little bit with that little slosh right there. We're getting there. Make sure I didn't move any gold. Okay. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is that lead that I'm swishing there? Got some gold flake going off, heading off. Like I said, there's not going to be a lot here. But we're getting down to the very heavy heavies in this. I hope I haven't bored anyone. And I'm not trying to clickbait you or anything like that. I'll let you know that this is going to be powder fine, if the camera will even pick it up. But we were out there for fun. We know we're not going to make no huge amount of money off of this. Kind of testing out some equipment, so when we go into another gold bearing state, that we know how to operate the piece of equipment. And I figure if we can catch what we are catching here, when we get there, we'll be a well-oiled, tuned machine. And if you know what you're doing and you're getting that gold, having fun, because you can have fun and still be efficient. Alright, we're getting down there to it. This is killing the ADD. Oh, got a gold shooting over there. Like I said, I'm sorry it's taking so long, but it is what it is. This is what we do. Now, I'm taking counterclockwise and moving everything that way. Yes, sir. What we have left is that shiny. Not everything in that pan is gold. Quite a bit of that is lead. These bigger flakes down here are the lead. Let's see if I can get everything. No, it's not quite clean yet. If I get too impatient, everything will get mixed back up. And it'd be a nightmare to get clean again. Alright, so we got that. That's clean. Hope that didn't take no 20 minutes. So some of this is going to be lead. And actually this is a good size for Iowa. It's down there. This is a pretty good size for Iowa. That's a piece of lead. I believe it. This is lead. Get you off of there. Real quick. Oh, don't get sick. Get you down here. Sorry about that. Quarter reverence. Right on. Get you back on here. We still gotta go through the bigs real quick. Doesn't take long. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Or you don't have to. Get that all snuffered up. Set that aside. Set that aside. And shaky, shaky, dippy, dippy. Shaky, shaky, dippy, dippy. Shaky, shaky. Dippy, dippy. Now I have been surprised and used to not even test this stuff. Had a friend text me and told me to make sure I was going through this. So because he found something. So we'll see if we find something. Get you back over here. Yep, there you go. I got a nail. This is where our big garnets will be if there's anything left. And yep, there's a good sized garnet. Where'd it go? That's iron. Lost it. I believe that's it right there. That's a garnet. Good sized little garnet. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save him real quick. Put him in Snuffy. I wish they made just one standard snuffer. Some you have to open the jar, put them in. Another garnet. I saved these for my buddy. Got a jar of garnets going. Wonderful, wonderful little hobby. Meet very interesting people. Another garnet just went by. Don't put your fingers in the water. Yep, we have gold. Tiny. Oop, I just moved it. So there's some garnets in there, and we have one tiny speck sitting right next to that pyrite cube. I'd have missed that if I didn't gone through the bigs. So we'll suck them up with that. That's pyrite. And thank you for joining us. And that's it. I will go prospecting. Out.